Are you gonna sit right there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just put it right there.
Alright. Y'all can check it.
Yeah, I'm finna check it.
Testing. Testing. Testing.
Yeah.
We're good.
Okay. I must have seen a little gray bubble when it moves. But alright. This is good. Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, I'm gonna start by giving all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching 100% truth. Wah, Barakatham, to the 144,000, as well as the rest of the elect. May peace and blessings be unto your household. All right, and it's your brother Gadal alongside with
Your brother Gabar.
And it's a brother Warga.
Yeah, and in this quick lesson, well, let's sit down. We're just gonna get into basically, what Apostle Gabar loves to say all the time, man. That you're in this truth to suffer. Right? We're not in this truth to have a good jolly old time. Like, we like to say we're followers of Yahweh Shai, but what Yahweh Shai come down here to do? He suffered. All right, he didn't come down here just to have a good time. He came down here to do the Lord's will. All right, and we're coming in his same state, aka partaking in that cup of suffering by following Yahweh Shai. We can go ahead and start with that Matthew's 20.
Yeah, this is Matthew chapter 20, verse 22.
Start 21.
Chapter 21, verse 21. It says, and he said unto her, what wilt thou? And she said unto him, grant that these my two sons may sit, the one on thy right hand and the other on the left in thy kingdom.
Keep going.
But Yahweh Shai, and it's mentioned to those two sons is James and John. James and John of the 12, son of Zebedee. James and John. But it says, but Yahweh Shai answered and said, ye know not what ye ask. Are ye able to drink of the cup that I shall drink?
Kind of boom. That's the first thing he asked. He said, are you able to drink of the cup that I shall drink? And what's that cup filled with? Sufferings. Right? Because Yahweh Shai, he had to suffer to get to the position that he's in right now, being seated next to the right hand side of the Heavenly Father, being that the perfect sacrificial lamb. And with him being that required nothing but suffering. He had to suffer through all that, being embarrassed in front of his own creation that he created. Spat on, disrespected by his own creation, man. So that's a suffering on a whole another level that we don't even have to fully go through. And Bible Shah, can one of y'all get they been a little chastised shall be greatly rewarded. I think that's Wisdom of Solomon. It's not Sirach. But yeah, because we don't have to go through 100% of what Yahweh Shai went through, because Yahweh Shai, he took the blunt force of the impact, man. All right, he took the blunt force. All right, all we got to do, we go through our little suffering, all right, because this is a little suffering, a light affliction, right? It's a light affliction. So we're really going through light compared to what Yahweh Shai had to go through. But you got it, bro.
Khan, this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3 and verse 5. It says, and having been a little chastised, or chastised.
Mm-hmm.
Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Chastised. And having been a little chastened or chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded. For Yahweh approved them and found them worthy for himself.
Okay, so it says after being a little chastised. All right, so the things we're going through, all right, that the Lord put us through, man, it's only really a little in comparison to what we're gonna receive. All right, and all this is to really prove that we truly dealt with Yahweh Shai, man. As Scripture says, a friend cannot be known in prosperity, and an enemy cannot be hid in adversity. All right, so when that adversity comes, aka the MOTB, which shall come upon all the world to see, right? When it comes upon all the world, that's gonna be the true testing of yep, he's one of mine and he's not, right? And it's really being shown even now as time goes on. So you got people that's coming in as well as falling out, right? So you got one again.
Yeah, because I want to go on to verse 6 because it connects with 2nd Ezra chapter 16, about verse 68, 69 on down. It says, Wisdom of Solomon chapter 3 and verse 6, As gold in the furnace hath he tried them and received them as a burnt offering. And it also speaks about in 2 chapter 16, around that verse 70 mark. It says that how then shall they be known who are my chosen, for they, they're going to be tried as gold in the fire, or they were, because ultimately that time of Jacob's trouble, resisting the MOTB is going to show your faith in Yahweh Ba'Shem Al Shai ultimately, because everybody else is going to take the fall, rely on Esau Edom as that support system, because they don't have no faith. How am I going to eat? How is, my life is threatened. Oh, I'm going to bow to need. But we're bowing to water. We're bound to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. And in that, though, it is sufferance, because the scripture also says that all those who live godly lives, I'll just pull that right.
Oh, you finna pull it right now?
I'll just grab it right quick.
Okay, yeah, you got it, bro.
Because it goes into what you're saying. I got another precept after, whenever you're ready.
That's cool, that's cool.
2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 12. Yea, in all that will live godly in Hamashiach Yahweh Shai shall suffer persecution.
Mm-hmm.
You see, so if you're gonna call yourself being a disciple of the Lord, or you're gonna serve the Lord, well, you got to prepare yourself for temptation, and you also got to prepare for the persecution from the world, because the world is not of the Lord. The world is wicked.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and if you're of the Lord, then you're gonna stand out in this world. These demons are gonna be, targeting you. Now, of course, the Lord has to allow to say so, like the book of Job, how he allowed to say so for Satan to be on Job. But the Lord is going to allow these persecutions to come upon you, and also he's going to allow these sufferings to be put in your trail, in his truth, in your path. Mm-hmm. And you got to prepare your mind for that. As it says, if you're going to serve the Lord, prepare your mind for temptation. So that's what we're supposed to be doing right now, preparing ourselves for persecution, sedition amongst men, uprising against the ones that fear the Lord. We got to prepare ourselves for that, because that is a part of this walk.
Hey, like you said, Hebrews said it, man. I was shy that I was going to finish here. It was a part of his walk. But I'm going to pull this real quick if you don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
This is Luke chapter 9, verse 23.
That's all.
That you got?
The Spirit.
Yeah, this is what Yahweh Shai said, man. So Yahweh Shai told you, that's why I speak about counting the cost. Because before you do something, there's always things laid out. This is what it's going to be like when you apply for a job. You know what I'm saying? You always find out, okay, what I'm going to get myself into. Is it just going to be, no. You're going to go through the qualification, go through the things like that. Not qualification, you're going to go through the terms and conditions. Well, guess what? When you come to serve Yahweh Shai, there's like terms and conditions. There's things that you want to go through, because Yahweh Shai, him doing the job, serving the Father, showing us how to do it, and with us serving the Father through him, it was a certain way, it was a certain suffering and things that Yahweh Shai had went through, man. Like the priest said, we're not going to take the brunt force of the suffering. Yahweh Shai took the brunt force of it, but we do got to get our own little sufferings, because our faith still got to be proved, man. But this is Luke chapter 9, verse 23, and he said to them all, which is Yahweh Shai, if any man will come after me, right, so be his disciple, he said, let him deny himself. Well, denying yourself is a suffering, because you got to deny your wants and your desires. Even if your wants and desires, they might not even be wicked, but just to fulfill the will of the Lord. For example, a brother might want to have a family and have children and things like that on the side. Or want to build a little something. That's not wicked, but is that convenient for the times we in? Right. Yahweh said that. The scripture speak about it in Timothy. He that has chosen you to be a soldier, you can be entangled with the affairs of life. Why? Because we're not in a position to be doing that. We're in a position of war. So deny yourself is a way of suffering too. You got to deny your wants, deny your desire. And like brothers say all the time, man, being in Babylon, you gotta suppress your manhood. You can't have multiple women. You can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't do those things. Why? Because we in Babylon, we in captivity, we at war. Keep going. It says, and take up his cross daily and follow him. What's the cross is a representation of? The cross is a representation of suffering. And it said daily. It didn't say take up the cross 5. No, it said daily. So every day of you serving your house, it's going to be that straight day. Now, it's going to be in a situation of difficulty. It's going to be difficult, man. It's not going to be easy. That's why the gate is not open up for everybody. And the ones that do go in, some fall out because it's not an easy gate. They said wide is the gate that leads to destruction, but it's wide, which means what? It's easy.
It's comfortable.
Exactly.
Everybody's on that trail. Everybody in the cookout is on the trail of the wide. But the narrow, you only see one person going there at a time, because it's narrow, it's straight, it's confined, it's more of a secret, but it's also, it seems more harsh But really, that's the path that leads unto life.
The end result.
Because being comfortable, meaning what? You're giving into the desires of your flesh. You're not resisting shit.
Yeah.
So you're being comfortable and you're giving into it, and then ultimately you're going to be destroyed because judgment's coming.
Yeah.
You know, the Lord judges. So when you're in the straits, you're denying yourself. You're resisting those evil pleasures or things that aren't wicked, but they're just not expedient unto you and your personal life. That's what we're going through. We're going through that narrow, those straits, all right, and denying ourselves and resisting, so that ultimately we can receive true life and being changed. But was that it? Because I got that word cross.
Yeah, you got it down there.
If I can grab it.
Mhm.
Yeah, this word cross in the Greek, well, it's Strong's G 4716, and in the Greek it's staros, and it says, I'm just gonna read a little bit because it's a lot. It says the crucifixion which Hamashiach underwent, right? And he said, what? If they persecuted me, they're gonna persecute you. If they hate me, they hate you. It says a cross. It says a well-known instrument of most cruel and ignominious punishment.
So that means that the Lord said that be ready to suffer if you're gonna follow me.
Yeah, because Yahweh Shah underwent the
Not-
worst death ever. He said his visage, which is like your face or how you recognize, you know, his visage or visage was more marred than any man. You think you got, you know, like Emmett Till and stuff, where face is messed up.
And they say, like, you know, they get in, you know, they say nowadays, you know, pretty much beat down to like a vegetable.
Yeah, being into a vegetable.
Exactly what it means.
Yeah, so he took. Yeah, it says that he was unrecognizable when they seen him. So Yahweh Shah took the brute force of that, and we're taking the backlash, which is still, don't get me wrong, it's not like, yeah, it's cool. Nah, man, we're still gonna suffer, you know what I'm saying? But we're not gonna go through exactly what he went through, you know, and you know, but yeah, man, that's what that cross is going into. The sufferance. It's not just I'm an Israelite and that's it. No, it's a cup you gotta drink. You know, everybody got their own cup they gotta drink. It comes in, you know, it's the same cup, but it's different for every brother.
Because you know it's really it's a as the brother said earlier, it's really a requirement in order for you to, you know, ultimately like obtain salvation through your house, of course, right? Because you have to partake in the sufferings. You have to partake in the cup that he's drinking in, and you know, as the brothers already beautifully went into, you know, just saying that, you know, that the Lord took the blunt for it, man. All right, we're taking really like we in comparison. He drank a whole bottle. We drinking like a small cup.
Shot.
Yeah, basically.
We're taking a shot. Yeah. Meanwhile, the people in the world, like we're taking a shot, and Yahweh Shah already took like the majority for us, but we're taking like a shot, and the people in the world, they're about to take like a gallon with these missiles, man. Because you know we're going to hell, but they're gonna be punished unto death. We're just getting chastised.
And like you're saying, because you know, scripture speak about where I got one.
No, yeah,
I was gonna say like, you know, that's why scriptures say how pretty much in Hebrews it speaks about how where there is no sacrifice, there's no remission for sins. So you know, the elect remission for sins was Yahweh Shah. Well, it said no blood. So the blood that was shed was for the elect, so they have remission for their sins. Now you niggas, y'all don't have remission for y'all sins because y'all don't got no blood shed yet. But the blood is gonna be shed. It's gonna be your blood going to the analogy that the priest gave about drinking a gallon of alcohol, you know, the hard drink, versus why the Yahweh Shah drank the biggest portion. He just gave us a little bit. Lord beat up men, he gave a little bit to the elect, you know, because they the ones that's allotted to come and suffer. They decided to suffer with Yahweh Shah, and they're gonna be rewarded greatly. And that's the funny thing, man. You know, the scripture speak about how we all suffer straight things. You gonna suffer either way, but are you gonna suffer for righteousness or are you gonna suffer for no reason? You know, and the suffering for righteousness is taking up that cross daily, which it sucks. You know, it don't suck. It hurt. You feel like that it hurt. It don't suck because we glad the water call all Yahweh Shai. We can suffer in the name of Yahweh Shai. For his name's sake. It don't suck, but it hurts. It don't seem, it's not joyous at all times. It hurts, but we know the end result is to bring forth us to receiving salvation.
I got something right quick. When Yahweh Shai, our Lord and Savior, prayed for the cup to be removed, Matthew chapter 26 and verse 39, it says, and he went a little farther and fell on his face and prayed, saying, "Oh my Father," this Yahweh Shai, "Oh my Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as thou wilt." And ultimately, the Lord didn't answer him, Yahweh, because it had to be done. Now, going into that word cup on Blue Letter Bible, Strong's G4221, it says in the Greek, paterion, and it says metaphor, one's lot or experience, whether joyous or adverse, divine appointments. And that's why he got strengthened by those angels after when they ministered unto him and strengthened him, because if you're going through something divine or spiritual, you're going to need spiritual gain, spiritual power to go through it. It's not going to be anything carnal that can save you out of Jacob's trouble, because it's going to be a spiritual thing, although it is going to be carnal like hell on earth. But spiritually, if you ain't got it, Isaiah 33:6, you're not going to have that stability or strength unto salvation. I'll just finish it out. It says divine appointments.
And that's the thing right there. I just want to point. It said a divine appointment. That means that you can't do nothing to change it.
And when something is appointed, it's appointed specifically.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's divine appointment. That means like, okay, like I said, you're locked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that excludes the free will bullshit. No, you have a lot. You have a divine appointment, whether you're gonna be missile food or you're gonna be the Lord's elect. That's a divine appointment.
Right. It says rather favorable or unfavorable, or likened to a cup which Yahweh presents one to drink, so of prosperity and adversity. You can speak on that, bro.
God, so hey man, it's the Lord. Ultimately, it's the Most High that gives you the cup you drink. All right. For each brother, every brother cup is different. All right. Yeah, we all drinking some. We all got our own cup of suffering, but we all going through different things. All right, now, like as we said, Yahushua, he got the biggest portion, all right? But he gave some of it to us, man. We're just taking sips of it at a time, all right? Well, for as the 2/3, man, they just want to down the full thing with what it says with no mixture.
Yeah, it's gonna be
no chaser, no nothing,
with no mixture.
Yeah, so they gonna have to just straight up
with no slack.
Yeah, no mixture.
Yeah, no mixture.
Oh, okay.
Got no mixture, so I ain't got no chaser, nothing to ease it or nothing. Yeah, just raw and uncut. That's why they're gonna die of such a brutal death. All right. And in comparison to us, man, we're just, if we was to be, martyrs, all right, the Lord ain't finna suffer us as an evildoer.
Yeah, that's an honorable death. To go out as a martyr, that's an honorable death, man. Plus, the Lord is strengthening you to go through that.
Yeah.
We got to get the scripture too about how the Lord isn't gonna put something on you can't bear anyway. Yeah. Like Yahushua, he got strengthened to go through that. Now, it was still hell. And it was horrible, like it was still torture, but he was strengthened. It wasn't just like it was OD, you know what I'm saying? Where the Lord is gonna put within your lot or your experience your limit. Now, of course, if you go to 90, 99, it's gonna feel like I'm through. But the Lord knows, like, nah, you can do 2 more push-ups. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's like when your muscles failing, you do a push-up, your muscles failing, you're like, yeah, I can't crank out nothing. But the coach, nah, come on, 5 more. Like, ain't no way I'm gonna get to 5, but then ultimately you get to 5.
Okay, which just shows you that the Lord's gonna be with us. All right, when our time comes to go through the hour of temptation, well, we get that later. But the Lord's gonna strengthen us as Yahushua was strengthened. All right, so you mean to tell me Yahushua is the one gonna get strengthened, and we're not gonna get strengthened, even though we're partaking in his suffering? Nah, man, no suffering is greater than the message. Whatever Yahushua had to go through, we're going through. Yahushua get gotten straightened. Guess what? We're going to get strengthened to go through whatever we have to go through. Yeah, we're getting strengthened right now. All right, to continue to serve Yahweh Shah despite the hell that we go through on a day-to-day basis. But
I'm gonna get back to the scripture now. This is Matthew 20 and 22. It says, "But Yahushua answered and said, Ye know not what ye ask. Are you able to drink of the cup that I shall drink of?"
The 2 sons of Zebedee. With that mother and the 2 sons, James and John, right?
It actually says it up, actually.
Go ahead and start over.
Yeah, it says when you go to, I'm sorry, verse 20 says, "Then came to him the mother," which is him, is somebody Yahushua. "Then came to him the mother of Zebedee's children with her sons worshiping him and desiring a certain thing of him." And those 2 sons, which I don't know what part it specifically says them, but those 2 sons they said it was James and John under 12. So
right.
They actually did drink of the cup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got. Well, John actually.
John and James drank of the cup.
Yeah, but John wasn't he the one that went to the island of Patmos?
Yeah.
Yeah, so John he went to a salt mine, and James I forgot exactly how he died, but all the 12 except for John, which went to a slave mine basically. They got put to death in horrible ways.
Yep.
Nonetheless, the Lord had to be with them and strengthen them to go through that because they went through it. They didn't, deny it. Plus, they seen so much. They couldn't deny it,
They keep going, it says, and now I'm gonna jump down to verse 22. But Yahweh answered and said, "Ye know not what ye ask. Are you able to drink of the cup that I shall drink of?"
Right, because breaking that down, they're asking to be at the right and left hand side of the kingdom directly. Like, I want this high position, but Yahweh Shah, like, you don't know what you really asking for. Like you said earlier, you got to count the cost of building that house. So, do you know what that comes with? That's what he's saying. Like, you ain't thinking about this part though.
Yeah.
You just think about the glory. You got it.
He going and said, "And to be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with." They said unto him, "We are able." And he said unto them, "Ye shall drink indeed of my cup, and be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with. But to sit at my right hand and on my left hand, it is not mine to give, but it should be given to them for whom is it prepared of my Father."
Now, the point is, you shall drink indeed of my cup, of my lot, of my experience. Now, we're not going to be Yahweh Shah in the kingdom. We're going to be under him. Lord's will we make it. The 104,000 are going to be under him. But we're going to go through his experience. You know, we're going to go through being hated because he was hated. All right? Being persecuted because he was, you know, being considered as weird, square or whatever, or these bums. Because Yahweh Shah wasn't, you know, driving a Hellcat on the scene. He was on a donkey. You know, so we're going to go through that experience, and we're going through it now. And that all goes into going into the glory. But first, you got to go through the humility to get to the honor.
Yep. I got one real quick.
Yeah.
Well, this is Revelation 10 and 10. This is what John. This is what John the Revelator said. This is what John the Revelator said. I want to pull this.
I'm about to get mine now.
Yeah, go ahead. That's all.
And it said that I took the little book out of the angel's hand and ate it up. And that little book is this truth, you know, this understanding. It says, "And it was in my mouth sweet as honey," and that's how it is. You know, when you come to serve your house, no shot, you know, it's a blessing to understand that. Oh snap! I'm the highest people on earth. My people, the Israelites. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a nigga. You know, I'm the highest creation on earth. You know, the Israelites pretty much. They're the rulers of the earth. You know, but it don't just stop there. Okay, now you know you're an Israelite. You know, and that's one thing too. A lot of niggas think like with brothers, that's why brothers bring it out a lot of times, man. People think just knowing Israelite gonna know you. Just knowing you're Israelite is not just, oh, I'm an Israelite. Yay. No, it comes with a certain standard you gotta uphold.
Comes with a cup.
Yep, and exactly like it's gonna come with a cup because Yahweh Shai, like you said, if you're gonna be my disciple, you gonna drink this cup. You're gonna have to be baptized with what I was the baptism I was with, you know. So I'm just reading, it says, and as it says, sweet as honey. And as soon as I had eaten it up, as soon as I had eaten it, my belly was bitter, you know, so it was bitter, you know, and of course, what is bitter? You know, it makes you think about bitter herbs. Yep. The best herbs, but the worst tasting herbs you could eat, but they the best herbs. So that shows you how to, because honey, and that's the thing because it said honey. Honey is good too. Honey's good for you. You know, so the receiving this understanding is like honey is going to be sweet at times, and it's going to be bitter. But those two things are both essential for you to receive salvation. You know, because when you think about honey is a great asset to the body. You know, and bitter herbs are too. You know, so that's like this truth. Taking this truth is like it's going to be sweet at times. Yeah. You know, it's going to be bitter at times. But those things, those two things is going to be beneficial to your walk to receiving salvation. Because Yahweh Shai had those things, the bitter and the honey. You know.
Okay. And this say was sweet in my mouth first.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's really letting you know how in the beginning, you know, you're gonna take in the truth, and you're gonna. I mean, it's gonna be hella good, man.
That's that we are able part.
yeah. Kind of. Basically, you like, hey man, you got the truth. I'm an Israelite. Hell, the Lord is black. You know, so-called black man. You know, basically taking all that in. But once it settles, after you endure for a time. You know, that's when, you know, okay, that suffering is kicking in. Oh, man, I got to endure this. I got to endure that. Oh, man, that's the bitter part. But that's the part that's purifying, man. All right, you being baptized with fire. All right, that Yahweh Shai had to go through. He had to go through his fire. All right, we got to go through that fire, too. So that's the bitter part, but that bitter part is what's purifying us, making us acceptable unto Yahweh Shai. But we can go ahead and get that. Yeah, 2 Timothy.
And this is 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 10. I'm going to start at 10.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, I endure all things for the elect's sake, that they may also obtain the salvation which is in Hamashiach with eternal glory.
I was talking about Apostle Paul, man. All right, how he'll do, like I said, he did all things for the elect, say, man. Because Paul, man, hell, it's to the point to where he got put to death, and Lord brought him right back just to continue to. Yeah, he got shipwrecked 3 times, and guess what? He did all that for what? For the elect's sake. All right, to feed the Lord's sheep, man. As the scripture says, if you love me, feed my sheep. And he said it 3 times unto Peter, which let you know that the Lord, he really cares about his sheep on a high level. Key word, he died for his sheep. All right, so the Apostle Paul understood that and was like, man, I endure all things for the elect's sake. And that's exactly what we're doing, as teachers, man. We endure the trials and tribulations we go through just to get lessons out. Hell, brothers be driving, brothers on break. The only time they get to take a break at the job, and like, okay, let me go ahead and do a lesson to feed the sheep. Ultimately, because we care about the sheep that Yahweh gave unto us to watch over. All right.
And that's heavy because what Yahweh he did the same thing. He endured all things for not just the elect, the whole nation.
Yeah.
He went on a cross. Speaks about that in Isaiah 50. I think it's Isaiah 53. He says he gives this one body, or one, I think it's one soul for all the sins of Israel. That's what Yahweh was. He endured all that so we could come back to the obedience of the scriptures. Yeah. So we could be reconciled back to the Father. He endured all that. So we coming in that same spirit. We're enduring all things so we could get the hell up out of here. So we could get back to that pristine state. You know what I'm saying? That state before the fall.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
It's going to start with the elect, the ones that he died for, the actual sins he buried, the elect. And then the 2/3, they're going to die because the Lord didn't die for them. And then they're going to receive the mercy as in coming through the loins of the elect, which is the 140,000 and the rest of the elect that get saved through the 4 corners of the earth. And 1/3 in America, So they're going to receive mercy too.
Yeah.
Okay, you got it. Keep going. This verse 11 says, "It is a faithful saying," and faithful means like truthful. You know what I'm saying? It is a faithful saying. For if we be dead with him, we shall also live with him.
God, and we're dead right now. Are we dead to this world? We're not partaking into everyday life. Now we ain't saying that they sometimes like to go to the club or whatever. They got their hobby they like to do, but we're not just sit here fully invested and thinking like, okay, this is the end all be all. This is our everything, man. Nah, bro, we dead to this world. We think on a whole different level. Hell, our conversations are not even the same. All right. Because when you're around the brothers, the Lord gonna be mentioned at some point, no matter what we talk about.
It's the first thing you say. Shalom, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh.
Yeah. Simply greeting the brother right there. You're not doing that to no nigga. Right? Most people like, what's up, bro? Yeah, man, I'm a little tired, nigga. But basically, that's all you get. But I guess we continue on.
This is verse 12. It says, "If we suffer, we shall also reign with him."
God, it says, if you suffer, but you have to suffer what in the names of Yahweh Shah? Because guess what? We all going through it. The whole nation of Israel is going through it. But the only ones that's is going to mean something that they're going through, like the suffering, is the elect. All right, 1 Corinthians 15:58. And abound in the work of the Lord, knowing that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. All right, so us partaking into these sufferings, man, that's part of the labor, man. Keep on going, keep on serving Yahweh Shah, even when it's getting hard to, and it's getting harder and harder. You have to consistently remain in the scripture, consistently on an everyday basis, examine yourself, deny yourself. All right, it's an everyday battle type thing. All right, just like I know one of y'all said, it's not something you do 5 times a week, and then the 2 days you get a break. No, bro, it's an everything day. I mean, everyday thing until ultimately we be changed into the new body. All right, so with us partaking into this cup, man, we gotta continue to serve Yahweh Shah. Was that Sirach 2? I think like 2 and 3 or 2. All right, it says it was 2 and 2. It says set thy heart aright and constantly endure. All right, it don't say constantly endure because you're only gonna endure. All right, you're gonna do it for this amount of time, of these amount of days, and you get these days off like work. No, you gotta constantly endure every single day. All right, every day, man, it's not like, you got days better than others, don't get me wrong. But every day you want to suffer something. Yep. Oh, man, my tire flat damn day, man. I had a good day today. Then something else happened. Something else happened that, I'm going to say ruin your day, but you're like, damn, Satan had Satan had to pop up somewhere, which is us partaking into that suffering. But you had something.
And I just want to say, because like with your good days, you know what I'm saying? You just gonna be as long as you're in the flesh, you're gonna be afflicted.
Yeah.
Because just by you being in the flesh, you're gonna constantly have a battle against the spirit, man. You know, because our good days is what recharging with the brothers.
Yeah.
You know, you getting exhortation, you getting recharged in the spirit to get ready for the more battles to come. You know, because the flesh is gonna always be afflicting you, man.
Yeah.
I remember when the priest Todd, Elder Todd, but priest Todd and GMS Dallas, he had said, "Here it is. You'll be getting off. You get your weekend Friday. You thinking about work already. You know what I'm saying? It's Friday. Like, well, if brothers have off days, the weekend is you're off. Because I do. You have the weekend out, but you like, dang man, I gotta work. You think about work. It's the first day of you being off. You know what I'm saying? It just shows you that like we just in hell, man. You in captivity. You in captivity to this flesh. You know what I'm saying? The only way that this battle will be over is unless the brother goes to sleep. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't go to sleep, it'll be when Yahweh Shah return. And that's when it's really gonna be over. When Yahweh Shah returns, man. All our tears are gonna be wiped away, as the scriptures say. It's gonna be all over. We ain't gonna have to fight no more. Ain't gonna be no afflict, none of that, man. It's gonna be the blessings from here on out, man.
Okay.
Get back to that. This is 2 Timothy chapter 12, verse 12. Let me finish it out. I'm reading from the top. It says, "When we suffer, we shall also reign with him. If we deny him, he also will deny us."
Yep, and that's your 2/3, man. The 2/3 are the ones that's denying Yahweh Bashem Shai. And guess what? They're gonna get denied. They're gonna have to, as you said earlier, bro. Basically, they're gonna have to be an atonement for their own sins. All right, they're not gonna be covered by the blood of Yahweh Shai. In other words, they're not gonna make it the first go around. But hey, as it says in the beginning, man, if you suffer with him, you're gonna reign with him. All right, since you partook in the sufferings, all right, you endured. All right, all the way at Matthew 24, ye that endure to the end, the same shall be saved, man. Because you kept serving Yahweh Bashem Shai no matter what you was going through, man. Guess what? You're gonna reign with him. All right, that's a reward. That's a reward for serving Yahweh Bashem Shai. Now, of course, it's gonna seem hard right now because you're in it right now. That this flesh is weak, but the spirit is willing, right? So it's gonna seem hard, but when it's all said and done, we're gonna we really had to just go through that just to be with Yahweh Shai on this side. Yeah, man. Hey, shit. I mean, I ain't saying we want to do it 1,000 times, but we could, and it still won't be in comparison. But if y'all ain't got nothing, we can get to the next one.
With the Hebrews, you want to Hebrews 2 or Hebrews 10? I'm gonna put Hebrews 10 because you said it's gonna go accordingly. This is Hebrews 10.
It's 36.
36.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken.
This Hebrews 10. Yeah, Hebrews 10. Hebrews 10:36. It says, "If ye have need, for ye have need of." As a matter of fact, I had one there because it's in the same chapter.
Oh, okay.
I was in the Hebrews 10. So I got it. It's in the Hebrews 10. Or is it in the Hebrews? I think it's in Hebrews 2.
Well, what you looking for?
No, it says no chastisement seemeth joyous, but grievous for the moment.
That's in Hebrews 11. Like 11.
That's 11.
Yeah. It's either 11 or 12. They go to the chastening of the Lord. Right?
Let me see.
No, it's 12. My bad. It's 12.
It's 12?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna pull that real quick.
Kind of.
Yeah, this is Hebrews 12. Hebrews 12, I'm gonna get the point. This Hebrews 12 and verse 11 says, "Now no chastity for the present seems to be joyous but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which exercise thereby."
Kind of. So it says no chastening seems to be joyous but grievous, man. In other words, man, you're not gonna be happy going through the suffering, going through these sufferings. Now, ultimately, we're grateful. As you said earlier, man, we're grateful, completely grateful the fact that we're even worthy to partake in these sufferings of Yahweh Shai. But going through it doesn't mean it's going to be good. We're not going to be all smiles and giggles while getting fucked up. While our seeing our car get fucked up or whatever, or JJ money low. Jay being demons at the job, man. We're not going to be happy as hell going through it. Overall, we're going to be grateful that we're able to go through this. The fact that we're worthy partaking in it, but it's not gonna feel good. And you can read through in the middle part again where it says grievous around that area.
Yeah, this Hebrews 12 and 11. It says, says, yeah, but grievous, nevertheless, afterward it yielded the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which exercise thereby.
Kind of, so it says afterwards. So after you endure that chastening from Yahweh Shem Shah, what comes from it? It comes growth. All right, whether it's your faith, your wisdom, knowledge, understanding, patience. All right, whatever the Lord grew within you, man. Hey, you grew from it, man. And that's something that we go through on a day-to-day basis, man. All right, Jake always getting chastised, but at the same time, with you getting chastised, that equals growth at the same time. As the saying of the world that people say, man, no pain, no gain. All right, so if you ain't going through nothing, you ain't gonna gain nothing. All right, and these sufferings are here to work for us to continue to grow. As it says in Proverbs 1, I just know it's in Proverbs 4 how the just shineth more and more into the perfect day. How you think they shine harder? They ain't shining harder chilling. They shine harder by basically enduring these trials and tribulations on a day-to-day basis. All right, just bring the point home. Just letting you know that, man, we're in this truth to suffer. But with this suffering, man, it's growth that comes within these suffering, man. All right, this is the only time you actually become a real man. All right, the truth is what makes you a man. All right, because you falling in the ways of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Yahushai is the best example, right? I am the author and finisher of. It's like roughly paraphrase. He's the author and finisher of our faith. All right, so he's the beginning and the end, man. All right, so he's the prime example of what a man is, and we're following after that. And wherefore everybody else they're following after little Boosie, Usher, Jacquees or something. All these vain people, man, that did all this for what? A corruptible crown. Yeah. While we're doing it for a incorruptible crown by following Yahweh Shai. All right, the rock. But there should be
This is Hebrews 10, verse 36.
Matter of fact, don't get that. Get 2 first.
Get 2.
Yeah, right. Get 2 first, and then we'll get 10.
This is Hebrews chapter 2, verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
It says, For it became him, for whom are all things, and by whom are all things, and bringing many sons unto glory, to make the captain of their salvation perfect through suffering.
So the captain of our salvation, Yahweh Shai, is what? He was made perfect through the sufferings. All right, so with the sufferings, man, all it is, which perfect just means complete. All right, it just means complete. So with the sufferings that we're going through, guess what? We're going to be made complete. That's why they're here for. That's why the scripture says, "He that departed from wickedness maketh himself a prey." Roughly paraphrasing, right? So with us departing from this world, guess what? Now we got a target on our back from Satan. You read that in Luke 22, if I'm not mistaken, 22 and 31. If I'm not mistaken, Simon, Satan desires to have you that he may sift you as wheat. Why? Because we're followers of Yahweh Shai. All right, with us being followers of Yahweh Shai, guess what? We're going to get tempted more. All right, we ain't going to be tempted out of the ordinary, but we're going to be tempted with more and more things on a higher level. All right, Jake might, you make a wrong turn. I mean, they make a wrong turn. It might set them off 2 minutes. We make a wrong turn, it set it off 30 or something, but 10. Just giving an example. So what we're going through is going to be worse because what we're partaking in that cup of sufferings. Therefore, Lord got to up it on us then. Wherefore, in the 2/3, this is their consolation. So the Lord is balanced with it. He giving them their consolation, even though they're still suffering. That's why they're able to get this cars, clothes, money, and hoes, and things just managed to go Jake way more. I mean, 2/3 way more than in comparison to us, because hey, this is their consolation. Wherefore, our consolation is Yahweh Shai. So we're gonna have to go through these sufferings on a day-to-day basis and continue to fight and continue to keep going. All right, and it's all gonna pay off in the end. But if I ain't got nothing,
like you're saying that, you know what I'm saying? Because Yahweh Shai, he's preparing the house of David.
Yep.
Because it kind of makes you think about in the world sense. In the world sense, when somebody see you got a lot of potential, they be on your ass.
Yep.
Whether that's in sports or anything you're in sports, or if it's like at a job, you do like he sees a lot of potential. He's not gonna let you slide.
Yep.
Okay, the other guy might have fucked up, doing something. He might have, let's say basketball, he might have fucked up on the layup. He gives you, hey man, but you fuck up, you running suicides.
Yeah.
or in football, you running. You do a slant, you drop the ball. I mean, if your homeboy or somebody dropped the ball, he's like, "All right, you good," but you dropped the ball. You not leaving that. You not leaving practice. So you catch 10 go routes. You know, whatever. They just be on your ass because they see the potential. But guess what? Lord, because men, the elect, because that's the scripture say. Scripture say how the Lord give himself unto great men.
Yeah.
So by you receiving understanding, you know what I'm saying, the Lord, you in the position of you that great man that the Lord gave himself unto. Now, Lord willing, we be those men, the elect, but those are the great men, he on their ass. Because he's expecting a high result for them because these are the top spirits of the earth, man. These are the men that's going to be the rulers of the next world to come. These are the men that I'm preparing for the time of Jacob trouble so they can be the next rulers of the world to come, man. These ain't just ordinary men. Lord will be those men. If we those men, the elect, we're not just ordinary men. We're not like the rest of the nation of Israel.
Yeah.
Now, the nation as a whole is on a different level. But within that, you have ones that's on a high level. These are the ones going to be joint heirs with Yahweh Shai. So Yahweh Shai, get on our ass. Come on. I need you to do better. I need you to do this. You know? Because there's a thing that there's a result that he's trying to bring forth out of. Now, the 2/3, he's not doing that for them because, as I think the brother Alvin pulled it out one time, but pretty much they're not high born. You know what I'm saying? They are part of the nation of Israel, but they're not the high born of the nation of Israel. Lord, those men, we the high born of the nation of Israel. You know, so Lord is expecting, putting us through. He's that coach, get on our ass. He know that we gonna get a D1 offer. Why the 2/3 ain't? They not getting a D1. There's no point in putting all that hard work. Dude not even meeting the height requirement. But I get that Hebrews 10 for you to have.
Yeah.
This is Hebrews 10, verse 36. It says, "For ye have need of patience, that after ye have done the will of Yahweh Shai, ye might receive the promise."
So we have need of patience, and the word patience, if you look it up in the Etymology online, it just goes into suffering. All right, so we have need of these sufferings. That what? Read it again.
It says that for ye have need of patience, that after ye have done the will of Yahweh Shai, ye might receive the promise.
So we have need of it that you might receive the promise because that's just letting you know everybody that come in and start partaking in the service of Yahweh Shai, that doesn't mean they're going to make it.
They don't stick around.
Right? Yeah, exactly. They could give up like, oh man, I didn't feel gonna be this hard.
They can give up the last minute, bro.
Yeah. Like it's like that's why I said that you might receive the promises. Yeah. So like I quoted earlier, that Matthew 24, man, you gotta endure to the end, man. All right, you can't endure halfway thinking you finna get a full check. All right, thinking you finna get paid, but the job's not finished. Yeah. Job's not done, right? I forgot who said that. So we have need of these sufferings because it's working so much in us. We're partaking in a cup.
Kobe. That was Kobe, right?
Job not done. Yeah, Kobe. Yeah, job not done. That's how it was in the playoffs. Even though we were like up 3-0. I forgot.
He was
they
wanted him to celebrate, but he was like, job not done.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, and that's
different mindset.
God, that's exactly how we are, man. Hey, man, job not done. We still got something to do. Hell, y'all shall not here yet. And we ain't changed yet.
We haven't been apprehended yet.
Yeah, that's exactly what Paul said. I count myself not to be apprehended. Forget them things before, and dang, I forgot how it went.
And we were looking to the things before, basically the future. Like what was the elder apostle Gabar said?
Yeah, it's possible.
Your last work.
You're only as good as your last work. All right, you're only as good as that lesson you did weeks ago or a couple days ago.
Or that day.
Yeah,
or you did that in weeks,
Yeah.
You're only as good as did you fear the Lord today?
Yeah.
If you didn't, if you was just a nigga, you know what I'm saying, and if you don't got the mindset to continue planning out to fear the Lord, then, bro, you through.
Hey, that's why the scriptures say that what is it called? It says that when the master comes back, he's find a servant doing so. Yeah. So like when Yahweh shall return, what are you doing? Are you fearing him?
The faith.
Yeah, exactly. Are you fearing? That's why I said when the Son of Man on his earth, like speaks like that Luke, when he will actually find faith. So when he comes back, are you gonna have faith when he comes back? Not 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I was lying. But not 10 years ago, that shit don't matter.
Yeah.
You talking about what you doing now, because that's why I should say a dead lion. It said a live dog is better than a dead lion. Why? Because a live dog is still able to produce work. There's no point in having no dead lion. What are you gonna do for it? He dead. Yeah. It's like it's a worker. If you put somebody at work, you know what I'm saying? If he's not working, there's no point in having him. It don't matter if you're strong. It don't matter, bro. Last week, bro, I was at FedEx. I just filled up 3 trucks. That was last week. Then talking about this week. He ain't did nothing.
This week.
But the one scrawny guy is still filling up trucks. He probably didn't fill up a whole bunch of life than you did, but he's still working for me. So he's still bringing forth a result for me. He's showing his youthfulness to me. That's the point of us being here in Babylon doing this work. We're supposed to show how useful we are to the Lord. If you're not useful to the Lord no more, he don't need you. John 15. He said you're not bearing fruit, he's gonna cut you off. So when he come back, he like, dude, you ain't producing fruit. If a plant not producing what's supposed to produce it's not useful to you. And that's what we are, man. We lower we those men, we want to be that useful plant. Oh, you still coming, you still sucking in the carbon dioxide and pushing for the oxygen. You still working.
Yeah, that's your job, man.
Yeah.
You can't do your job. What use is it for you? There is no use for you. All right, but like just just going back to the point about basically the patience.
Yeah.
All right, man. And the suffering, man. This is just Lord killing many birds in one stone. All right, you suffering. That's you partaking in your house shot suffering. You suffering is used to make you grow. It's used also to make you sigh and cry. That's 3 things right there.
Yeah.
All right, which is just letting you know that why we need it, man. All right, because it ain't doing nothing but working better for us. It's working in our favor. All right, and that should be it on that, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Kind of where you get that.
James chapter 1 and verse 4, but let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing.
Kind. So it says wanting nothing. So you're going to be lacking nothing. And it said let it have its perfect work. What we just got? Hebrews 2 and 10. All right. Did it not say the captain of our salvation, Yahushua, was made perfect through suffering? All right. And then patience, and we went into the word patience means suffering. So it says let patience have its perfect work. The sufferings we're going through is to make you perfect, which letting you know that you are in this truth to suffer. All right, you're not in the truth to have a jolly good time, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a blessing, Lord. Throw something your way or give you a little something, man. You got to be the utmost grateful, man, because you got to remember we on punishment. We don't deserve anything we got. We don't deserve no car. We don't deserve no real. We deserve to be really homeless,
and we don't even deserve the reward.
Yeah.
We're unprofitable servants.
Yep.
So it's not only that we're working for the Lord, he ain't doing a good job with it. Not saying that you're being wicked, but pretty much. We coming short.
Our righteousness is
it's perfect.
But through the blood of Yahushua, they're made white.
Exactly.
So Yahweh was looking at the elect through the lens of the blood of Yahushua.
Exactly.
Saying, oh, they're perfect.
Exactly. So that's right there. That's the cut on you niggas that want to acknowledge Yahushua, because without Yahushua, Yahweh looking at that bullshit you put doing. He's like, man, you ain't really doing good. But through Yahushua, I got it.
Yeah, in the Apocrypha it says that Yahweh will keep the good deeds of man as the apple of his eye. But that's for the elect. Yeah, so he's looking at elect all the good you're doing. Because he already know the evil that we're doing, would do, or will do. But the truth is, he like, those are the wicked niggas. Look at them. And
the evil covered by the blood.
Yeah, the evil's covered by the blood. So he's looking at the good deeds as the main. The apple of your eye is like the main thing you're looking at.
Yeah.
So he's looking at like the main thing. They're special,
Yeah.
He's not looking at you like, as it says in Psalms, he have not rewarded us according to our iniquity.
Yeah.
Now you go off, you'll get chastised, but you're not, man, Jay could do something you're supposed to be a lot of stuff you're supposed to be put to death for.
Adultery.
Certain things, right? Adultery, idol worship. We was doing that in the world, so certain things are in the truth. And you're supposed to be put to death, or breaking the Sabbath or something, but the Lord, he'll spare your ass. And give you time to repent. And if you don't, then you're just going to be cast into that fire. Yeah, that was it on that one.
Kind of was it on that one. We can get the next one unless you have
That's the last
one. What was it?
Revelation 3 and 10 in the NIV.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Revelation chapter 3, verse 10 in the NIV. Since you have kept my command to endure patiently, I will also keep you from the hour of trial that is going to come on the whole world to test the inhabitants of the earth.
God, and this is the NIV. So it says, since you kept his commands patiently. All right, so since you decided to suffer and you was willing to basically endure what them trials and tribulation that you had on a day-to-day basis in the names of Yahweh Bashem Shah, right? Since you was willing to do that, the Lord is going to make sure you're going to be good when that time of testing comes, all right? Because everybody gonna have their their Garden of Gethsemane.
Yosemite.
Yes, like I can't even pronounce it. The Garden of Gethsemane. Fuck it. They gonna have their moment, man. All right, it's like
Hour of temptation.
God, everybody gonna have their hour of temptation, like how
Darkest
shot.
hour, you said.
Yeah, darkest hour. Yeah, God, everybody gonna have their darkest hours as Yahweh Shah did. And guess what? Yahweh Shah got strengthened since we partook in the sufferings, all right, and we continue to endure all the way up until basically the final test come. Guess what? The Lord, Yahweh Shah gonna send them angels to strengthen us so we can go through what we're gonna have to go through in our hour of temptation. In other words, we're gonna pass. Lord willing, we be a part of that, right? Because you since you want to partake in the sufferings, since you did it and you did it for a time, right? Guess what, man? Lord, like, nah, okay, you good, man. You been enduring this whole time. I done took this, that, and that. Hell, shit, I done took everything from you. You still call upon me, you still believe on me? I'm okay, you good. I'm gonna make sure you're gonna be good. All right, then you're gonna fulfill that Isaiah 65:13, right? My servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Isaiah 33:6. Well, the scripture, Lord making a man more precious than fine gold, then you shall know who is my chosen. You're gonna fulfill all those scriptures because you decided to suffer now rather than doing it later. Trying to have fun now and then doing it later. And then you get into the kingdom of heaven as an Israelite, walking with your head down because you didn't want to be right on this side. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, man, when you come to the truth, just know that you're in this, you coming into the truth to suffer. As the brother God literally in the beginning of the lesson, or quoted in the beginning of the lesson, Sirach 2:1. All right? Ye come to serve me, prepare thy soul for temptation. And you got to constantly endure the temptations, all right, and trials and tribulations, right? So it's like something that's on a consistent basis, and you continue to fight, we continue to pray, and fast when needed, of course. But you go ahead and get it. Yeah, y'all can get y'all points if y'all got it.
I got one. But I want to say this real quick. You know what I'm saying? There's a saying in the world: either you suffer the pain of discipline or the pain of regret.
Yep.
And a lot of niggas gonna suffer the pain of regret.
The difference is one is down, one is later.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the big difference. The pain of regret, you get pleasure now and regret later. The pain of discipline is pain now, but you get a nice pleasure later. Exactly. And that pleasure is eternal, though.
Yeah.
That's the difference. Exactly. That's what people got to understand.
It's like you just add like the delayed gratification thing.
Yeah.
The delayed gratification, man. That's the best one, right? Jay, you do something now. You be like, let me go fuck off my money now. Let me go fuck off my money now instead of saving it and stuff when you need to. And you're gonna regret it later. You're like, damn, if I would have saved that, man, I could have did this, that. But instead you decide. But if you decide to do the delayed gratification, which is the pain of, like you said, the pain of discipline, right? It's a much greater reward. Look at the, I guess you could say, celebrities as an example, right? They're like, yeah, man, I was just going in 2 jobs every day of working, and then man, I got my own job now. I'm making 6 figures a year. It's just like, dang, that's the pain of discipline, though. And it's not, both of them are not easy. All right, it's just one of them, you get the gratification right then and there and suffer later, in comparison to you suffering right now and you get a bigger gratification later. But you got it.
Like you said, and just say it real quick before I put the scripture. Like the scripture say, you're like your father, the devil. That's how Esau was. Esau didn't want to wait for dinner. He wanted the red pottage now, and he gave up his birthright for it.
Yeah.
That shows he didn't have a spirit of waiting for that.
It was being carnal.
Exactly. Being exaggerated and stuff. You know how kids be. But I'm gonna get this real quick. This is running back off that Revelation 3:10 in the NIV. It says James 1 in the KJV 12. Blessed is the man that endures temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life which the Lord hath promised to them that love him.
So it says, blessed is he that endured that temptation, man. All right, so man, we are considered blessed the fact that we even endured this far. All right, cause we could have gave up right in the beginning. The second you lost your rib, oh shit, I gotta lose my rib over this. Because Jake is about that woman, right? It's like, damn, man, like right away, shit, Jake didn't even give it away. The kids, but that's why I said blessed is he that endured that temptation, man. All right, because we're considered blessed the fact that we're able to continue to endure and continue to serve and continue to try to, serve the Lord to the best of our ability. Now, of course, we're gonna have our bad days. We ain't gonna always have good days. But the fact that we're still able to serve is, hey, that's a blessing within itself. Because every day we're getting tempted with something. All right, no matter what it is, but you,
like you said, that shows you because these niggas they don't want that delayed gratification.
Yeah.
Because here it is when you kind of serve the Lord tell you give them now, nigga, you $1 trillion, but that's gonna be later.
It takes faith to have delayed gratification because you don't see it yet.
Exactly.
Especially when we talk
That's
about
the thing,
so-called
too.
uniforms picking you up.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
You gotta have faith. So if you don't have faith, you're carnal. So being carnal, what do I got now?
Yeah.
Well, I can take the chip and live.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm gonna do that.
Hey, that's why what it says we read in that James 1 you read right earlier.
Yeah.
Like he had said, let patience have a perfect work. Why? Because through that patience, long suffering was being built up. Your faith is on trial. That's what the Lord's looking for. He's looking at your faith, how your faith is operating in the situation. You still believe I'm gonna come back and deliver you? It's been 50 years. You gotta think about it. But you gotta think about it like in the Lord's time it ain't been 50 years, but to us, the apostles and the elders going all the way back to our business, we've been down here, you know what I'm saying, suffering and serving the Lord. We haven't. I wasn't even here.
Yeah.
But like in late 1960s, early 1970s, hey, the prophets been out, you know what I'm saying, pushing with the Lord's will for a minute, for some decades.
Yep.
And that was the A. And like apostles say it all the time. Apostle Carl, they that was for them. Brothers came in different, but look, they laboring for that penny. But you still believe you gonna get that penny? It's been a minute. It's been a long time. Brothers been in for kind of a certain amount of time. Even the short time we've been in. We've only been in 4 or 5 years. Time flying. I ain't gonna lie, but that's kind of long.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you believe that's our faith on trial. You believe you're gonna get that penny?
And all the stuff
Then
you got to endure.
Yep, all the stuff you gotta endure. You believe you're gonna get that penny? You believe that I'm gonna come back and reward you?
And the Lord will show.
No, you got it, my bad.
The Lord will show you certain things, man. You might see a chariot, might have a dream, might read a certain scripture, and you're like, whoa, that's me. That's what I'm going through. The Lord will speak to you different ways. So who knows, man? You just meditate or the brother talking about something. But the Lord always will step in when you're going through moments and stuff, and the Lord will step in and just like reveal, I'm with you. Keep going. And that's gonna keep you going.
Yeah. Hey, that's what we was going to earlier. The angels strengthening us, right? So the Lord sent angels to strengthen us to keep going.
He needed to see that chair.
No, because if the Lord just gave us nothing. It's ultimately up to the Lord anyway. But just saying, speaking as a man. If the Lord wasn't giving you nothing, it would be that much more harder to keep going.
That's why he gave us brothers.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, we got the brothers, man.
Imagine being in hell.
By yourself.
Jake hit the wall. Can't call nobody for help.
Can't call nobody. You get a drink. Oh shit, I gotta keep myself.
Man.
Yeah, you try to tell the woman. Yeah, you know when I can tell you with me. She don't understand.
She don't know shit.
Yeah, she don't understand shit.
That was it.
Just real quick, I'll make it real quick. 1 Corinthians 10 and 13. In the NIV, no temptation has overtaken you except what is common to mankind, right? We're not going to go through some crazy. No, shit, you went skydiving and it didn't open the parachute. The most craziest situation, you survive, and some crazy stuff. It's going to be stuff that other brothers have went through, and people in the world will go through as well. But it'll hit you, boom, boom, boom. In the world, it might just be like a boom. 2 years later, boom, boom. But for you, it might be all in 1 month. Yeah. It says, and Yahweh is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear, what I said earlier. Because it says, if you come and serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. So Sirach chapter 2 and 1. Mm-hmm. So he not going to, when you prepare yourself, just know he's not going to put you through whatever you can't bear. It's just, you don't know how strong you are. Yeah. And the Lord knows, so the Lord going to put you through stuff. And just like the gym, you got to break down those muscles and it hurt. But you get built up stronger. Yeah.
And like you're saying that too, I remember a priest said this one time, he said that, and this crazy thing is too, like I said, Lord won't put nothing on you can't bear, but you gotta remember, you can do anything through the power of spirit of your house and outside. So the Lord gonna put you through some stuff because he putting his spirit on you for you to endure. Yeah. So he gonna put you through. So that's gonna be some stuff the Lord put you through, and it's like
now of course the elders stuff, they're going through more,
but they have a higher
according to your portion.
Yeah, the Lord gonna go, and your portion is a lot higher than you think.
Yeah, you might think I get a flat tire, but
because if you could, Hey, because you like you said that, because you got to think about it. If you part of the men is going to be able to survive the time period ever, the worst time period to come upon the planet Earth, that means that you got a high, like you know, your standards high.
You're the top person on Earth.
Yeah, your standard high. So Lord gonna be working. You're gonna be putting you through some stuff, you know. And then you got to think about our history, man. Like I always think about when King David killed Goliath. He was like a boy, and he just like you know we hey us killing somebody now. I mean, Jake ain't never killed nobody. He picked up Goliath's sword, cut his head off with his sword. Like,
sword.
Then he took the head, it's all like you got ain't no brother trying to grab no decapitated head, you know. So
right, so the Lord is making us into those men.
Yeah.
He's getting us back into that spirit. I'm gonna read it off. It says, but when you are tempted, he will also provide a way out so that you can endure it. Now, does that mean, it's going to disappear? No, it says to endure it. So if you endure something, that means it's still on you, but you can take it. You're bearing it. Yeah. It's a way that you're bearing it. So he's going to provide a way. That way might be him showing you a sign or a brother saying certain words or reading something or listening to a lesson and it's inspiring you. Or you meditating on the joy set before you. It's all inspiring you to keep going. Mm-hmm. My last one, Hebrews 12:6. For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, and scourges every son he receiveth. If ye endure chastening, Yahweh dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? The whole lesson he was going to, you know, beautifully. Basically, that is that, man. You're not a son if you're not going to catch hell. Because if men speak well of you in the world, I love that dude. You know, we smoke together, this and that, and all that. It's like, well, you're like them. How can two walk together unless they be agreed? Yep. Not saying that you at work and you might be talking to somebody and be like, oh, yeah, you cool. Because, you know, we're going to, you know, be wise as a serpent but harmless as a dove. But the people always like, I love to kick with that dude. It's my best friend. We smoke last night. Like, how you best friends with somebody in the world? It just don't make sense.
Closer to them than a brother.
Right. You know, but that's all I have.
God. But yeah, man, just, you know, Lord willing, you know, y'all was edified, man, you know, just keeping in mind that, bro, you are in this truth to suffer. Do not expect it to be easy. We're auditioning for kingship, and this audition is not going to be an easy audition because it's going to be an everlasting kingdom. So Yahweh watching outside has to prove this. All right? But anyways, you know, Lord willing, y'all was edified. I mean it all by saying, call Allah.
Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem Rakakwadash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And until next time I say, Shalom.
Shalom.
Oh, yeah, Shalom to the brothers on the comment board.
Shalom.
Yeah, that was, man.